This is San Diego News Daily.
I'm Monica Dean. Let's get right into your top local stories. We begin at the nation's capital, where there is hope that the country's longest government shutdown could soon be over. The Senate reached a tentative deal at our nation's capital last night and could give the deal a final vote today, but it needs to pass the House. As the uncertainty continues for those who rely on SNAP benefits, many local nonprofits are working to fill the gaps. Right now, one of those organizations is hosting a drive-by food distribution event in Encinitas. As NBC7's Andra Stafford explains, some generous San Diegans stepped up to make this happen.
The Community Resource Center typically feeds hundreds of people every single month here at their food pantry in Encinitas. They say the need has really grown since the shutdown began, but today they're getting a little help from the community.
Right here.
When the Community Resource Center opens its doors on Mondays, there's often a line of people waiting for food and other necessities, especially this time of year.
This is when we get a higher level of number of people coming in.
Over the last several weeks, as more federal workers have found themselves without a paycheck and funding for federal food assistance programs has been in limbo, that number has climbed even higher.
We have noticed a much wider range of people coming from not just the area that we normally serve.
At the same time, CRC volunteer David Hall says their staple pantry and stock of fresh fruit, vegetables, meat, and milk has been nearly depleted.
It prevented us from serving the needs of a lot of the clients that came in here. We had to either give them less food, or in some cases no food at all, no produce at all.
They put out a call for help, and the community answered, with many stopping by today to drop off donations to restock the shelves and a little hope.
Easy to get kind of down and depressed about this sort of thing. It is really gratifying, at least for me, to see the people who are donating, the people who are working here. It makes you realize that, one, you're not alone, and two, that there's a lot you can do.
From Encinitas, I'm Audra Stafford, NBC7.
Today's drive-by donation and distribution drive continues until 1:30 this afternoon in the alley right behind the Community Resource Center, which is near 2nd and E Street in Encinitas. San Diegans struggling to put food on the table have also been turning to our local farmers, the farmers markets, that is, for help. In total, there are 5 farmers markets across San Diego County that accept SNAP benefits to purchase food. Vendors accept the benefits with a dollar value, often offering lower prices than some of the big-name grocery stores.
You're trying to feed your family, and you're here, you're buying healthy products to feed your family. Don't be embarrassed. We want food access for you.
Through a grant, the Chula Vista Farmers Market will match up to $15 on EBT purchases as long as it's spent on fruits and vegetables from local farmers. In addition to Chula Vista, EBT cards are also accepted at farmers markets in Pacific Beach, Little Italy, Linda Vista, and North Park. So tomorrow is Veterans Day, and as a reminder, some San Diego County offices will be closed. That includes family resource centers, libraries, public health clinics, and animal shelters. Parks, campgrounds, and neighborhood day-use parks are expected to be open. Other locations that will be closed are community centers in Fallbrook, Lakeside, Spring Valley, and Valley Center, the Spring Valley Gymnasium, the 4S Ranch Recreation Office, the Adams Park Pool, and community teen centers. Also happening tomorrow is, of course, the Veterans Day Parade along the Embarcadero. Thousands are expected to line the waterfront for this annual event. This year's edition will honor the 80th anniversary of the end of World War II and the veterans who served. That parade is expected to start at Harbor Drive in downtown at 10 a.m. in the morning, and NBC7 will have full live coverage of the parade on our streaming channel starting at that time. Join me. I'm going to be there along with my friend Steve Schweitzer. You can watch it on our website at NBC7.com or any of our streaming channels. Meteorologist Sheena Parveen joins us now with a look at your forecast.
Hi there. As we head through the afternoon, we're going to see sunshine and temperatures much warmer than normal for this time of the year. Around 80 at the coast, around 90 inland. Mountains will be sunny with a breezy east wind. Now tomorrow, though, we're going to start to see some changes. For the inland valleys tomorrow, mid-80s, more clouds. Wednesday, mid-70s. Thursday, rain moves in. So far, it looks like the later half of the day could see a thunderstorm. Friday in the 60s, so we're going to be unseasonably cool by the end of the week. with rain around and a cool weekend ahead too. We'll look at everyone's 10-day forecast coming up.
You count on deeper investigations.
Why didn't you just let her go?
I'm trying to keep our family together.
You count on getting a response. You count on a committed team looking out for you.
A lot of our small business vendors tell me that you owe them quite a bit of money.
In 2 languages.
¿Por qué piensa que ellos no hacen más?
You count on results.
And they said, you have your money back.
And getting answers.
Do you still feel let down? It's a slap in the face.
This is NBC 7 and Telemundo 20 investigates and responds. Only on NBC 7 and Telemundo 20.
This is San Diego News Daily.
I'm Monica Dean. Welcome back. With Veterans Day upon us, the San Diego Air and Space Museum is celebrating the Marine Corps' 250th birthday. NBC 7's Nicole Gomez was there for the ceremony, which featured a very special guest.
Some might say that the ringing of America's freedom bell was the highlight this morning, but for many, it was meeting this 104-year-old World War II veteran, Sergeant Max Gurney. Honoring service like his is really what today's ceremony and tomorrow's holiday is all about. This morning's event, hosted by the Air and Space Museum and the Spirit of Liberty Foundation, marked the 250th birthday of the U.S. Marine Corps, with the Freedom Bell, a replica of the Declaration of Independence, and cake, of course.
You know, it's a chance to say thank you, all hug each other, realize the importance of what those veterans have done for us for 250 years, really, and will continue to do so. And to think, you know, every so often, very fondly, of those people who are currently deployed. You know, they're out there in the middle of nowhere. They're going to spend Christmas there, away from their families.
Well, many of the groups who are here today will also be on a very special float for tomorrow's annual Veterans Day Parade. The Freedom Bell will also be on board. Reporting from Balboa Park, Nicole Gomez, NBC 7.
Right now, Padres fans are hearing for the first time from the new team manager, Craig Stammen. He is holding a news conference with Padres general manager A.J. Preller. We brought you the news last week when Stammen was announced to lead the team. He is a former Padres reliever from 2017 until 2023 after he was forced into retirement by a shoulder injury. Today, with his family by his side, he talked about team pride.
I'm proud of you guys being my mom and dad and what you guys stand for, and I hope to bring those values to the Padres and make you proud through this entire process. And I think that's what it's about. It's about this organization and about making the fan base, the Friar Faithful, proud of the product that we put on the field and the way that we treat people and the way that we take care of our families.
We will have a recap of this morning's press conference coming up on later editions of NBC 7 News. NBC 7 meteorologist Sheena Parveen will have a look at your weather forecast right after this.
NBC 7 and Telemundo 20. Weather coverage you count on. You count on accuracy.
The winds are going to be increasing.
You count on these experts.
Take a look here at our future weather.
In 2 languages.
Más de 3 pulgadas de precipitación.
You count on innovative tech.
Look at our first alert Doppler radar.
From a team you depend on.
Dry conditions to round out this week.
You count on early warnings.
Because we had pretty significant rain.
Because you know every second counts.
They just kept getting worse and worse.
This is First Alert Weather. This is coverage you count on. Only on NBC 7 and Telemundo 20.
Hi there, I'm NBC 7 meteorologist Sheena Parveen. We had fog around this morning, but now we're going to be sunny and warmer through the afternoon. Unseasonably warm by about 10 to 15 degrees above normal. Around 90 inland, around 80 at the coast. Mountains will have a breezy east wind, mid-70s. That's why we're warming up elsewhere. So for tomorrow, this is when the changes start. More clouds move in for your Veterans Day. It's going to be a little cooler. Wednesday, we keep cooling down. Over the weekend, or over the Thursday and Friday, the end of the week, rain moves in. This weekend, we're dry, but we are quite a bit cooler.
Okay, San Diego FC is moving on to the next round. They took down the Portland Timbers in Game 3 of the first round in the MLS Cup playoffs. Things got off to a fast start. Star forward Anders Dreyer got things started with a goal in less than 5 minutes into the match, and then Amal Pellegrino scored twice before Dreyer scored one more time there in the 79th minute. Can you believe it? They won this one 4-0 in front of a packed and sold-out crowd at Snapdragon Stadium. San Diego FC advances to the conference semifinals. They'll take on Minnesota Monday night, November 24th, right here in San Diego at Snapdragon Stadium. More coverage you count on at NBC7.com. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.